followers. Nobody's pinning babies on you yet. Don't that happen when you at least got like a brand deal, sir? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Cash, and this will be part 2 of the baby mama drama story time. So I think that on part 1 we left off on the part where he had blocked her from my business page. So after he had blocked her from my business page, she started texting me on my main page, and at this point I had to mute her because she kept calling me, and it's like, and I was getting annoyed because I'm like, girl, he's laying right here. Well, not laying right here. He was in the living room, but he's sitting in the living room playing the damn game. Don't ask me why I still had this man in my house. This was like a perfect case of misplaced anger, because I'm sitting on the phone arguing with her, ready to figure out where she's at. Meanwhile, he's just sitting in the living room playing 2K, just la-di-da-di-da, just like nothing's going on. So I'm like, girl, I had muted her because I'm like, you're not finna keep on cursing me out about your baby daddy. And I'm texting him and I'm like, you know, you need to find a ride. Oh, forgot to mention, he did not have a car. I was letting the man with no car drive me crazy. We're not going to talk about it. But I'm like, at this point, I was like, you know, you need to find a ride. Like, you got to get out of my house. He was like, because usually he was trying to pull like oh, I ain't got no money. Can you Uber me? I was like, I'm not Ubering you nowhere, because if you think I'm going to Uber you to another woman's house, you got my grandmammy messed up. No, I'm not doing it. You could walk, but you got to get up out of here. And I had told him, like, I think I had made plans or something. So I was like, you know, about 1 o'clock, you got to be at my house because I'm finna dip. Because mind you, the girlfriend had us up by since 8 o'clock. So I need to go to sleep, I need to take a shower, I need to just get my stuff together. So obviously he really wasn't trying to find no ride. He was just sitting over there playing the game, waiting on me to feel sympathy. I don't know why. But so while me and her are texting, his homeboys call him while he's on the game, because y'all know how dudes, sometimes they do it over the mic, but they had did a group FaceTime. So he knows how to speak Pig Latin, and I cannot understand Pig Latin for the life of me. It's something about Pig Latin, I don't know, I just don't get it. So I can gather bits and pieces, but I would never know what the whole conversation was. So I'm not sure if they had all ran like a choo-choo on her, and I'm gonna call him Raw because I have no idea what I called him in the last story time. So I'm not sure if they had all ran a choo-choo on her and Raw was the only one to double back without protection, or if he was just, all of them had been messing with her. And I don't know. Y'all know men are weird. Don't ask me. I don't know. But yeah. So basically they have been doing that. So the other 2 boys was like, oh no, I couldn't have been us because we wrapped up. Like, you was the dummy. Like, they all on the phone laughing at him. Whatever. So when he says that, you know, my big old ears, I'm like, The inspector gadgeting me. I'm like, hold on, let me go look at her messages. So I'm looking at her messages, and she's steady calling me like, you're a home wrecker, you're a home wrecker. And I'm like, oh, like, that's why she's calling me a home wrecker, because old girl is pregnant. So I was like, so I had came out of the bathroom, and I was like, oh, you had a baby on the way? What are you talking about? You in the bathroom trying to ear hustle? Woo, woo, woo. I'm like, no, I'm not ear hustling nothing. I'm like, oh, I heard, I'm showing him, she's texting me saying that you got a baby on the way or whatever. So he tries to, snatch the phone. So I snatch back and I run, in the bathroom and I lock the door again. So he's, at the bathroom door and we're talking through the door. And he's like, bro, open the door. This is childish. I don't even know that girl. We ain't got no baby on the way. She's lying on me. She's just trying to pin a baby on me. You know I'm a rapper. Woo-de-woo-de-woo. You're a rapper with 1,000 followers. Nobody's pinning babies on you yet. Don't that happen when you at least got, a brand deal, sir? You're not even monetized on YouTube, sir. Well, I'm not either. No shade, but it's sir, nobody knows you. Don't do that. We're not gonna pull the rapper card. Meanwhile, he's just steady going on, I don't know her, she a hoe, that's not my baby, I don't know her. So I'm voice recording him saying this, and I'm sending it to her through the DMs. I'm like, oh, this the man you want to beef with me about? This the man you mad over? So she's like, oh, he don't know me. I said, yeah, he said he don't know you. He not claiming you or your baby, sis. And you're mad at me. She starts dropping the receipts. So she's dropping videos with timestamps on it. And it's just even you could just look at it and see the different eras. Because I started high school in 2015 and they had been talking since 2015. So I didn't start talking to him up to my sophomore or junior year of high school. So I was like, oh yeah, girl, that's definitely your man. You've definitely been knowing him longer than I have. So I'm like, she just burst in my little bubble. She was like, girl, don't know who. They got all types of pictures and videos together. They got flipograms and musicallys. I'm like, oh, she dropped it all. So I come out the bathroom and I'm like, you don't know her, right? You don't know her, right? Because mind you, he was the main man he was swearing on his grandma's grave. I don't know this girl, on my granny. she is so disappointed. Like, you're a liar. She still texts me going off or whatever. So I'm telling him, like, look, you gotta go because your baby mama trying to come over here and fight me. Like, I'm not even on all that at my house. He's like, oh, she would never touch you. Like, I would shut all that down. She know better than to touch you. I would never let that happen. And I'm just like, do you think like that? There's nothing appealing to me about you putting your hands on this girl, like, in defense of me. I don't need defense from a pregnant woman. I need you to get out of my house so she can go direct her anger where it needs to be. Because her problem's not with me. Her problem is with you. I didn't lay down with y'all to create that baby. We're not doing this. So I'm like, no, you need to get out of my house. And then you talk about putting your hands on a pregnant woman, like, girl, ew, like, ew. Like, bitch, are you serious right now? I was like, oh, yeah, you gotta go. Like, once he said that, I just got the ick. Because I was like, Because if you tempted to put your hands on her, I know what you would probably do to me if I got pregnant. Thank God I never did. Sorry. So at this point, I put him out. So while he was on his way out the door, you know, he's talking a mess. And he was like, oh, I'm not finna keep on doing all this back and forth with you. Like, you keep putting me out. And then now he finally admits to getting her pregnant. He was like, you wonder why I'm getting other bitches pregnant? Like, this is why. Because you want to put me out. You want to deal with me when you want to. I was like, sir, like, this, you can't hurt my feelings. I know what you are now. You can get out of my house, though. So the whole way to her house, he's texting me. I don't know who gave him a ride. Thank God whoever did, though. I just need him out of my house. So the whole way to her house, he's texting me, and he's like, oh, like, it's going from, oh, I miss you, baby. Can I just turn around? Like, I'll turn around right now. Like, let me know before I get on the I, to, oh, fat blue. Like, not, because one thing he used to always do, and I'm so glad I left him alone, every time he would get mad at me, he'll want to play on my insecurities, like, oh, you're fat, you're fat, you're fat, you're fat, you're fat. So, and usually I would ignore him, but I was like, oh, this time we finna tee up because I'm never going to deal with you again. And I was like, you're calling me fat. Meanwhile, you be sneaking and drinking flat tummy tea. Now, y'all, nothing's wrong with drinking flat tummy tea because I was doing it too back then. But he used to do weird stuff like drink the flat tummy tea and then like hide the wrapper in a couch cushion. It's only me and you in the house. There's no children. We know it's you, boo. Like, whatever. So that hurt his feelings. So he's like, wow, I can't believe you would say that to me. Like, you're so mean. Like, you see how you treat me. You're disrespecting me as a man. You don't respect my manhood. Like, you know how he got the, oh, as a man, you need to blah, blah, blah. I'm like, child, and as a man, you need to, I'm gonna leave it alone. But, you know, so he was doing all that. So, y'all, I had some messy friends back then. I knew the moment that he touched down at her house because he's still texting me, asking me to come back over. Meanwhile, people are sending me screenshots of him and her laid up in the bed together. Like, she's taking videos with him, like little bathroom mirror pictures like people used to do back in the day. And I'm just like, oh, like, you know, the girls back then, the people who were sending me that stuff back then, they were not really my friends, but also they did help me because they were putting salt on the wound. They was like, girl, you need to remember this every time you consider going back to this man. Like, remember how he's right. He was showing out on that live. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. He was at her house living like Larry. I was like, child, they was just one little cute happy family. And I was just sitting there looking like a weirdo. You know you've crossed the point of no return when you start stalking the other girl he's dealing with page. Like, because at first they were sending it to me. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to look. I'm not going to look. Every time they sent it to me, I was, give me your Facebook password. I was like, oh, girl, you're too deep off in them trenches. Somebody sent me a video of her the next morning because she was like twerking on the balcony. And I'm like, oh, girl, he got her on the balcony. No, not that type of balcony. Like, if you, no shade, because I'm from downtown too. But if you from Palm Beach, you know, downtown next to the courthouse, they have like those little 2-story, 3-story, like a little apartment buildings. She lived in one of those. So basically, like, she could see the courthouse from her house. I know, y'all, I was too deep in this girl business. But you can see the courthouse from her house. So, like, while I'm watching the video, she's like dancing and whatever. So I'm looking at at her surroundings. And I'm like, oh, she's like downtown. And then I start thinking, like, why is this place familiar? Y'all, he used to literally gaslight me so bad. Because sometimes it's like, you know when a man's cheating. Like, you know, he's not coming home. He's not answering the phone. Like, you know what's up. So, like, sometimes I would know that he was cheating. So, like, I would stop dealing with him. I'd cuss him. I'd be like, oh, I'm done. Whatever. So, he used to go outside and call me and be like, bro, you know I'm not out here doing nothing. I'm on the block trying to make money and you think I'm cheating. So, the whole time, the block that he was on was the corner of her house. I said, yeah, that's why you were broke. You will never prosper. You're so focused on cheating, you can't even get you no money. I was just salty because I liked his little bro behind back then. I did not care. That's so sad. Whatever. But yeah, it's crazy that I decided to tell the story time now because now more things unfolded. So him and her were together probably like for the first couple I think maybe 3 or 4 months of her pregnancy, and then eventually like they had broke up. So he was like, you know, the baby's not mine. These girls be lying, whatever the case may be. But I truly believe that, because from knowing him, I know that he's like one of those type of dudes that if you and him are not on good terms, you and him and the baby are not on good terms. He's really one of those dudes. The way he treats his child is contingent upon whether or not the mother wants to deal with him in that way. So I was like, I don't know how true that is. But fast forward to today, y'all. I'm so glad that I am out of that situation. He has 2 babies with 2 different baby mamas. They be beefing all over Facebook, and people be sending it to me. I don't even click on it now. That is maturity and growth. And I was like, it's sad that it took for him to go have a baby with somebody else for me to like finally wisen up and leave. But I hope y'all really do be like listening to these story times and like taking lessons from it. Please don't be stupid like me, because I had no business dealing with that man. He had showed me way before that he was not for me. But that will be the end of the story time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be trying to upload another story time right after this, and then feel free to comment like whatever posting schedule you guys would like me to be on, because I'm trying to come up with one, but I'm not sure if I'll be posting videos every Sunday night or Monday morning, or should I do 2 times a week? Y'all let me know in the comments and we're gonna figure it out. And thank you guys, because we're almost at 500 subscribers. Bye.